all here wondering what we actually got him for a present. Retirement gift for Harvey Auten. Okay. On behalf of everyone here at your retirement party, plus a handful who could not make it, we'd like to present to you a gift certificate worth $400 towards any guided fishing trip with Bonnie Lee Fishing Charters. Have fun fishing.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Peter. I'm just going to, since I couldn't memorize, I've just got a couple of notes here. And first of all, I'd like to thank you all for coming. It certainly makes someone feel good that he didn't get everybody mad at him. In my 39 years with the city, there are certain things that I did remember. First month I started, I was looking after, in those days they called it lane oiling. And it cost the property owners 3 cents a linear foot to have their lanes oiled. And at that time the city accountant was Frank Inslee. He had asked me to get him an estimate and send it down to his office. Only being there a month, I did not know what I was doing, so Frank's estimate got sent out in the mail just with 100 others. Then I got the call. You will come down to Mr. Inslee's office immediately. And from there on in, I spent about an hour and a half thinking he was making up my pink slip while we discussed the cost of an envelope and a 3-cent stamp. And what a waste of city taxpayers' money it was. My coffee break takes care of that. One of the most amusing things was from our old inspector, who was looking after a contractor on Kingsway. And he hadn't had too much success with this guy. He was a pretty difficult person, but it was Jimmy Milstead, and he told the contractor Friday morning that he wanted the trench plated properly and he didn't want to hear any noise from the plates. So he came along at about 4:30 in the afternoon. The plates are banging so loud that he can hear them 2 blocks away. So when he came back in the office, he said, "Harv, I got out of that car," he says, "I was 4 feet off the ground. I went up to that contractor. He said, you're shut down right now until those plates are fixed. I don't care what you do." He says, "There's a carpet place over there. Go over, get some carpet under those plates." He said the contractor just turned around, looked him straight in the eye and said, "Yes, Jim, what would you like, indoor or outdoor?" And since the utility plate maps have been already talked about, one of the other big changes in my life was the introduction of computers. And in spite of Susan always saying to me, "Harvey, it only takes 3 seconds to get that into the computer," I could never convince her that my computer had the slowest buttons in the world, because it took me half an hour. And also, in 39 years, it took that amount of time to learn how the engineering department is really run. And with apologies to the Pender Harbor Fire Department, I'd like to give you a rundown of how the engineering department is run. First of all, there's the engineer. Leaps tall buildings in a single bound. Is more powerful than a locomotive. Is faster than a speeding bullet. Walks on water. Gives policy to God. The deputy leaps short buildings in a single bound. Is more powerful than a switch engine. Is just as fast as a speeding bullet. Walks on water if the sea is calm. Talks to God. Then there's the division heads. Very quick, clear a Quonset hut. lose a tug of war with a locomotive, can fire a speeding bullet, swims well, is occasionally addressed by God. Supervisors run into buildings, recognizes locomotives 2 out of 3 times. It is not issued ammunition, can stay afloat with a life jacket, talks to walls. Then there's the engineering assistants and technicians. Lift buildings and walks under them. Kicks locomotives off the track. Catches speeding bullets in their teeth and eats them. Freezes water with a single glance. They are God. Just to end this rambling mess of words, I'd like to say a special thanks to Susan, to Bill, to Monica, who organized this for me. It's something I shall never forget. June and Roger, who are taking the pictures and filming things tonight. I certainly appreciate this. It certainly makes something that I will always treasure. If I've forgotten anybody at all by name, I am sorry. I apologize now. Just in the end, I'd like to say I really appreciate all the cooperation I've had from everyone over the years, and it's made my job very, very easy. Finally, I'd like to say to Penny and Maria, don't worry, my taxes will be paid. And also, in case you didn't realize, I have some of the choicest negatives of the last 39 Christmas parties, and they will be up for bids tomorrow afternoon. Thank you, one and all.